Hi peeps, this is Auriel Grace from A Gang of Girls Radio, author of I'm Psychic, Not Telepathic. And this week for the psychic tip of the day is going to be Soulmates and Soulgroups to celebrate V-Day, Valentine's Day. Because I get a lot of readings about like, oh, is this person my soulmate? If you really think that they're your soulmate, you have a connection to them, a lot of times it is your soulmate. However, we have many soulmates, and it's all part of our like soul group. So, hi Bonnie. So, soul groups are the people that or the souls that we travel with throughout lifetime. So we learn lessons from each other and from the world and that. And so there's not just one like soulmate specific. You can meet a soulmate and spend your life with them, and that's great too. But there are some people that, they will meet a soulmate and then they'll end up like getting their heart broken because of it. And sometimes our soulmates come in that way to teach us lessons and then they leave. They're not there forever and ever. And so we have to remember that too and like move with it. I know it sounds awful, right? But sometimes soulmates are there to like show us or divert us or bring us up to date or assist us with changing our lives. And once they're done assisting with that, then they move on because they have other things to do. We have other things to do. And so looking at that and seeing it in that way assists us also with like healing our hearts or healing our emotional body, so that we're not always sad because we feel abandoned or whatever. It's not abandonment. It's just a choice to move forward. So remember that when you are like dating or when you're meeting people and you do meet a soulmate and that soulmate is there to assist you. Okay? Especially if the soulmate is saying, hey, I'm not here for a romantic reason. Usually they're not going to change their mind. So just keep moving forward and feel blessed that you recognize that spirit and recognize that soul. Because usually when you do recognize a soul, there's like, you feel like celebrating. You feel like there's a party going on all the time. It's almost euphoric. So remember that when you're out and about and you're doing your thing, as you are learning and growing. Think of it as a growth thing, okay? So we do have a lot of soul groups. We do have soulmates that are soul groups. For example, my bro Theo is part of my soul group, and he's awesome, and we do have a great relationship, and he is a soulmate of mine. He's not a romantic soulmate because he's my brother. And that's how I see him, So look at your life and look at the people that you're connected to and see or feel the connection. Feel it. Because if you start to connect with the souls, you'll start to feel that connection, that soul connection. And you'll start to maybe even remember when you were around. Right? Because that's very fun. It's always fun to remember things, or at least to feel that connection to that other being and know and see that you are not alone, that you have many people out there that support and love you. Okay? So it's all about love. That's what it's about. And even though maybe it may not have turned out to be love when you did meet a soulmate, it's okay because it was love during the time that you knew that person. And think about and feel blessed with the lessons that you learned with them and move on. so you can release the unrequited love, or you can release the heartache and heartbreak and move forward, because you never know what could happen or what's around the corner, you know. So for those of you who are looking for a soulmate, step back and connect with the people that you do know, again, because you may be overlooking the best thing in your life. It's true. Okay, so lots of blogs on soulmates and soul groups and that. You can see that at clarity101 at aurielgrace.net. And you can read about soulmates and soul groups and the equal exchange of energy. So, and that's another thing that is cool about soulmates and soul groups, is that there's always an equal exchange of energy. If there isn't an equal exchange of energy, that means that maybe it's time to move on. And that includes any relationship that you have, you know, friendship, family members, lovers. Sometimes you just got to cut it off and move on, because otherwise, you know, you're going to not feel energetic, you're not going to feel hopeful, and you're not going to feel loved. So check that too while you're looking at the connections that you have with these other beings, and make sure that you have an equal exchange of energy. If you don't, try to fix it. If it can't be fixed, move on. That's the best thing that you can do for your health and well-being. Okay? Okay. So check out my blog. You never know what could happen. Maybe it might help you out. All right. So that's the psychic tip of the day: soulmates and soul groups. Take a minute to connect with those people that you know. You never know what could happen. Right? Right. Happy V-Day. And remember to keep your hearts open and align with the energy of love. Bye.